Hey everybody, it is Dave Masson with Angle Invokers, and today I'm going to touch on a topic and a question that I get asked frequently, and that is it a good time to buy in Vancouver? And obviously this question is loaded. There's multiple layers to it, but today I'm going to give a brief explanation of my thoughts about the Vancouver housing market, the current condition of the market, and if it is a good time to buy. But before I do so, again, I am Dave Masson. I make educational videos about the Vancouver real estate market. If you like the content, do me a favor and subscribe to my channel and share this video. It helps me get in front of more people. So basically, the big question a lot of people have, especially first-time buyers, is it a good time to buy? And well, that is a loaded question, multiple layers, like I mentioned. But first, what we'll do is we'll talk about the current condition of the Vancouver real estate market. And in comparison to last year at this time, it is night and day. Demand again has skyrocketed. New inventory has plummeted, creating not only bidding wars and multiple offers again, but values on the rise. So once again, we are back to the same song and dance. And most frequently, the reason is because of the lack of supply that we have and the increase in demand. And there is nothing on the horizon that tells me that is going to change. Now, as I'm making this video, the Bank of Canada just announced that they're going to increase the rates by 0.25%. And as we all have learned before, when you start playing around and increasing the interest rates, that's when we start seeing a decrease in demand because, well, there's a couple reasons. Number one, buyers, they start to get a little hesitant. There might be some buyer scarcity in the market, or there might be some buyer reluctance because they don't know what exactly is going to happen in the future. So they sit on the sidelines and wait and see for the next announcement, which is due in July. And then some people may feel like they're being priced out of the market with these interest rate hikes and the values also going up at the same time. But for right now, as it currently stands, the market is a seller's market. We have seen an increase of 15% in sales over this time last year, which is pretty incredible. And we've seen 6% increase in values year over year. So again, that is some good news if you are a seller. Now let's jump over to the Vancouver real estate market as a whole. In a nutshell, we do not have enough inventory to match demand at all. Immigration is high. Unemployment rates are low. Demand is high and inventory is low. Until we can make this and correct this and balance this, my gut tells me we're always going to have a shortage of houses. The stat that I saw was we need 25% more housing year over year for the next 5 years to match the demand. And well, quite frankly, that is impossible. So I do feel that we are going to have a housing shortage for a while. Of course, when we start looking at interest rate increases, etc., there will be a slow and a lull in the market. But for the foreseeable future, the market seems to be resilient and strong given some outside factors like recessions and interest rate hikes. So basically all market indicators and trends are telling me until we see an increase in inventory that actually matches demand, I think competition will be fierce and prices and values will continue to be on the rise. So to answer your question, should I buy now? Personally, I think if you are financially capable of doing so, you should. Sit down with your mortgage broker, sit down with your financial planner, sit down with your realtor. You can give me a call if you would like, and we can go over the pros and cons list. But I think if you are financially capable and you have the money, the down payment, and you can carry the monthly costs right now, you should do it. We are sitting right now with higher interest rates, which honestly is taking out some of the demand, and we are still in a strong market. So I think you look at the pros and cons. The pros being you're going to see some exponential growth throughout the next 5-10 years of the holding thing. We all know real estate is the long game. You're not playing the short game here. So if you can do these carrying costs, then go for it. A lot of people ask me, well, if I'm going to do that, do I go on a fix on a variable? Again, that depends on your living situation, but a lot of my clients right now are choosing to opt with the 3-year fixed, kind of ride these next couple of years out with these higher interest rates, and then they will start to come down. And guess what? When they start to come down, you can refinance, you will have a much lower mortgage payment, and most likely the value of that home will go up because once the interest rates go up, more people flood the market. Now, what should we prepare for the rest of this year? Hard to say. We will see what happens in July of this year, what the Bank of Canada will do. If they again increase the interest rate, well, then I think we are going to have a very slow summer. It's going to take a lot of people out of the market. but I still think competition will be relatively strong on the homes that are available because there are still some seasoned investors and people who are looking at this as a long-term game that are buying, but definitely the numbers of sales will be down because there's just going to be a lack of buyers and lack of inventory. I don't expect to see a real estate market crash. I think the demand is too hot, but I just think we're going to have the same summer as last year if this happens. So we should all prepare ourselves. If you have any other questions or if I missed something, please do me a favor, leave a comment in the video. I'll be sure to answer. I appreciate you watching. Take care and stay safe.